Everybody, thank you for joining me and welcome to another session of Pick a Card. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Veroosh. I'm the original creator of Pick a Card. We're going to take a look at Soulmate Secrets today. So we're going to try to figure out what your soulmate's secrets are. Most likely this has to do with a soulmate you already know, but if it's someone you don't know yet, or if you don't have a soulmate, maybe this will give you some clues as to what's going on for them. We're going to do 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, 4. The links are in the description and in the comment section, so you guys can check out exactly the pile that you want, go directly to it. But I do encourage you to go to the end because I have a special surprise for you at the end that I'm going to announce. Okay, so stick to the end. Try to watch the one that resonates for you. If one doesn't work for you, then maybe you'll find more information in another one. So let's just begin. Before I begin, all my cards are listed in my shop on Amazon. Go check it out, get yourself a deck, and do a pick a card for yourself. If you do a pick a card, give me a shout out in your video. I'd really appreciate it. Be very kind, and I did a lot of work to get these going, so I hope you guys appreciate that. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is, we have the King of Cups, so Soulmate Secret number 1. This person feels very vulnerable. This person feels like they want to give a lot more to you than maybe meets the eye. Maybe they're holding back on their feelings, because I think that this is someone who's really ready to give and someone who really loves a heck of a lot. Okay, let's take a look at your next card. We have the 4 of coins, the 6 of coins. Yeah, this person really wants a balanced relationship. They want someone who will give back to them. I think they're afraid of saying that I'm looking for someone who's going to give back to me, because I think the problem with that is that in sometimes when we have like when we're dealing with someone and we say what we want up front, then that's an opportunity for them to use that for their advantage. So this is a person who may in some way really want some reciprocity. I'm picking up though something else. They may be involved in a situation with an older male who in some way is, there could be some dealings with an older male around money that's really preoccupying them in their life. Some of the dealings that they're dealing with, some of the things that they're dealing with, the dealings, that's so cute. Okay, so some of the things that they're dealing with are complicated, and I'm not sure if they have a firm hold on the situation with this person. It's like they're in over their head on something. Here is the next message. We have the 5 of Swords. I think that they put some money in to work with someone, and I feel like they're feeling like it's not working out in the way that they had hoped. I feel like they are working through a dead-end situation, or a situation with someone who has qualities that are kind of not so great. So if you guys read reversals, I don't read reversals, but I do have a video on this on my channel in the special section. But this king in a reverse is kind of manipulative, and he plays a lot of emotional games to get what he wants. But I feel like there is this kind of coercion, manipulation, possibly, that your soulmate is experiencing at this time. Also, I feel like this person has, if it's not to do with a third party, something to do with their work, then I feel like their feelings in this situation are somewhat kind of scattered. They want the ideal, but yet in practical ways they don't necessarily know how to express it yet. We have the 2 of coins. I really feel like they ran into some financial slash work type problems. So I feel like maybe they had in some way tried to create a fast-growing business for themselves, and that business in some way is not working out in the way that they had hoped. And so now they're on a big turnaround. They have to come to realize that they moved in quickly into something too fast, and now they have to build a foundation slowly. So if you're in a relationship with this person, if this person is your friend, they may be distracted elsewhere by having had made bad decisions that they don't want to tell you about. Financial decisions, work-based decisions. Okay, I'm going to pull two oracle cards just to clarify. We have the meditation card. So this person really needs to quiet their mind. I think that this person's extremely nervous. However, I feel like maybe they're showing to you just completion and wholeness and confidence, but you're seeing through the cracks. The second card is you are the universe. I think that they have very sincere feelings for you. Going back to my first impression or my first interpretation, there was this kind of, this person wants to give a lot, but I think that in some way they could be feeling as though they don't have enough to give. They don't have enough financially, they don't have enough physically, and so they have to kind of go back to the beginning and start a little at a time. So start building up whatever they have. I sense this person is dealing with really high anxiety, really difficult emotional state. And so I feel like they need to calm down, and they really need to find some paths that are soothing and healing for them. So if you're seeing this person be erratic, very likely it is because they are in some way really troubled with a situation that they're involved in, that they're too embarrassed to tell you about. But I think that they do think very highly of you. So if you stick it out with them, if you're calm and understanding, I think you have someone with really true intentions towards you. So that's really beautiful. I can tell you the associations here as well. So we have Moon in Taurus with the Six of Coins, Venus in Aquarius for the Five of Swords, Jupiter in Capricorn for the Two of Pentacles. So hopefully that gives some idea for some of you who are looking for astrological parts to this reading. The King of Cups is typically a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and secondary transits in fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Okay, so secondary means his sun may be, his or her sun may be in a water sign, whereas his secondary transits may be in a fire sign, so such as Mars or Venus. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that for now, for number one, and we'll come back to this in a moment. So remember to come back to the end of the video to hear my announcement, and please make a comment and leave a like. It really helps my videos. I have an older channel, so it works differently with the analytics. So your comments and likes are very important to these videos for me, okay? So number two, hi, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to be here with you. And so let's take a look at your cards. Your first card is the Chariot. So you're dealing possibly with a Cancer, but more importantly, I think the person's secret, your soulmate secret, has to do with a phase of life that they are overcoming. The Chariot represents overcoming significant problems, either emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or even financially. But they have come to terms with that. They have overcome, and now they are in some way, persevering beyond that which was holding them back. So they have this joie de vivre, they have this spirit for life that they don't necessarily they don't necessarily share. They don't share the inner workings of how much they've been through, and you know that already. You already sense that they have been through a lot, and you want to support them, you want to help them, and it's but at the same time you may not be aware just how much they've been through. Here is the next message. We have the Knight of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, secondary transits in Air, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So this Knight of Wands can represent somebody who's really flighty, somebody who's really ready to leave. this can represent that in some way they're confronting demons about people who have left them and abandoned them in their life. And so they're not telling you this because they're afraid that, again, if they tell you that in some way, that is going to initiate a sequence of events in which you abandon them, in which you will not be there with them. And so in some way, this is about you in some way, about them in some way, feeling insecure. This could also be the first inclination I had was you could be dealing with someone who runs away from problems. So this could be someone who gets really overwhelmed, doesn't know what to do about it, and then leaves a situation. So I think that that's a problem that they're not happy with. If that is the problem, they're not happy with it. They're trying to change it, but it's still their behavioral pattern. So they may go back to being the dipper. I call this guy the dipper, the big dipper. And so in some ways, this person is coming straight at and confronting their issue around leaving situations behind, but yet it can still persist. Those habits can persist. Then we have the 10 of Wands, sorry. It's heavy burdens. Once we do a behavior once, it's very, very hard to break it once we do it a few times. So if somebody cheats on you, very likely they'll cheat again. If they leave you, very likely they'll leave again, because the physiological interaction, the neurological interaction with heavy stimuli will in some way feel very overwhelming, a burden for them. I feel like there is a lot in this situation that they're not telling you, excuse me, about being confident and about being confident and about just how much they're up against in terms of feeling abandonment. I'm thinking that majority of the people who chose this option, we're talking about someone who has very significant issues around abandonment in which people have really disappointed them. Like, think about like getting left at the altar, that kind of thing. And so like extreme events of abandonment that they're working their way through, they're not telling you about it. And so I think that they're trying to confront it on their own. Yeah. Here is the next part, number 4. We have the Devil. So this person feels extremely trapped about circumstances. Look at this. This is like the Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, Devil. Just lots of scary things are kind of intimidating them. But remember, this is the first card. This is a very angelic card. I think this is Michael in terms of the archangels. So I feel like this is like a huge energy of God that in some way wants to supersede, overcome, and persevere through all circumstances. And so I think that it's very possible that this person in some way has the opportunity to overcome, supersede, and champion any circumstances that they're facing. It's just these cards, these heavy kind of fiery, intimidating cards are in some way the fear that they're facing, that they're going to be abandoned, that they're going to get left behind. And it's up for you to be caring and nurturing and understanding. I do think that in terms of your relationship with them, their focus is against this. It really overwhelms every kind of feeling that they may have towards you, towards anyone really, because they are haunted by the reality that they are going to be stuck in the same situation over and over again. A situation that probably happened a long time ago, and those people are long gone, and they're in a completely different place. Your soulmate is in a completely different place now. Let's take a look at your card. We have Golden Memories. So I feel like they think about the people who have left them in a very positive way still. So rather than thinking about things like calling a spade, they're still thinking about those people as, you know, just super, super great, super wonderful experiences. They're not necessarily naming the situation for what it is. And then we have one more card for this number 2, Let Your Light Shine. I think you need to show and assure them and inspire them to connect with this energy. So basically you're meant to in some way remind them, this is a soulmate connection, so remind them of what you bring to the picture, and as an antidote to all those fears, and assure them that you and them can have these types of golden memories, that you can build together golden memories of beautiful times, right? This can also represent here that there is a situation in which this person needs a lot of assistance, but be careful when you're kind of opening up and giving them to them a lot, because you have to allow them to take the lead with that. Because as you know, with a dog, right? If a dog is not ready for you to pet it, it can bite you. And the same goes with any animal. If an animal is feeling super stressed about something, if you come in, just waving your arms around and letting your sunshine in, then maybe that can trigger them to a defensive reaction. So really go slow. And if they have a problem to do with leaving situations behind themselves, and they feel guilty about that, then I feel like you should help and reinforce that for them, not necessarily trying to talk about it, but just showing that you're there and that you care. The astrological associations for the tarot cards are Cancer for the Chariot. We have a Sagittarius or Aries for this Knight of Wands, which could be a man or a woman. Secondary transits in air. And then we have Saturn in Sagittarius for the Ten of Wands. And then we have Capricorn for the Devil. So hopefully that gives some of you some deeper understanding from the astrological side of things about your situation. So make sure to like and comment, and then stay tuned for the end, because I have a little bit more for you on this information, okay? Thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number 3. What is your soulmate secret? Okay, so I'm going to start with the tarot cards. Hi, number 3s. Make sure to like and comment the video. Let's take a look. We have the Emperor. So someone has a very serious situation to do with their father, or possibly they have very significant feelings of wanting to establish being an emperor themselves, or being a person of authority in this situation. Assertiveness comes to mind when I see this card for you. I feel like someone really has some significant and serious feelings about building something together. I don't think that they are a person who wastes time. I think that they're a person who is efficient. We have the Nine of Cups, which is Jupiter and Pisces, a fulfillment of wishes. I think this person may be very much in love with you in a very deep way. This might be that they are hiding very deep feelings about marriage, about serious relationship, out of fear of scaring you, out of fear of, trying to be too much, being too extra or something. But the Nine of Cups can also represent that even though they're very serious about life, they might have habits or behaviors that actually take away their ability to, in some ways, act in the same way as their mind is set. So in other words, they may have like bad spending habits on top of wanting something serious, or maybe they like to procrastinate. There's some kind of behavior here in which they're too self-indulgent that they're struggling with, and they don't want to tell you, obviously. Here is the next message. We have the Two of Cups, and so this represents love, Venus in Cancer. I feel like this person has a secret about love. I think that this person really truly has deep feelings for you, and I think that there's a spark going on here. But I do think like this person, in some ways, the Nine of Cups always reminds me of a bit of immaturity. So whether they're young or old, they in some way, this soulmate of yours has some like ways of approaching things that are immature. So they won't tell you about it. It's like, why won't you talk about it? Just open up and have some communication about it. So they're shy, or there's something going on. Venus in Cancer is very shy. I have Venus in Cancer. So it's this kind of, deep shyness. There could be a level of really wanting love. So if you are exuding this kind of energy of the openness to love, this person could be very much searching for love. This is something else I'm getting. They may have been searching for love like pretty intensely, and so they're kind of desperate / obsessed with having that experience. And so make sure that they're not choosing you because they just want to have the experience rather than experiencing that with you and just having that for what it is, right? So rather than make sure that it's not like a synthetic interjection of their desire to have the experience, and make sure that they're not kind of orchestrating a bit of a theatrics in order to in some way get what they want out of life. So like make sure that they're having the genuine feelings, okay? So, but that's for very few of you. I think for most of you, this is an overwhelming feeling of love. We have the 7 of Coins. This person's planning long-term things with you. Investment in the future. It's going to be one step at a time. This person may have past habits that they are ashamed of or that they feel kind of unwell with. So I think that they have like something to prove in all relationships, in all situations, maybe because in the past their life or their circumstances had in some way been maybe they hadn't been so serious. Maybe they have a legacy of being carefree and not a serious person. And so in some way, I feel like now they're really investing their time or trying to, it's almost like they're creating a situation that would be perfect for this love to evolve into something serious. Let's take a look at the Oracle cards before we finish up. So we have the Mystic. So there's this very, very kind of, there's an enchanted, she looks so beautiful in this light, right? So we have this beautiful energy of some kind of inspiring, ambiguous, it's almost like they are mystified by you. I know a mystic mystified, but I feel like there is this level of like, they see the transcendent beauty of your soul. I know that sounds so dramatic, but it is. I think that this person is very much kind of, they see the significance of who you are as a person. They see how your heart radiates out in a very genuine way. And so I feel like this person in some way, is just enthralled with you, and I think they're trying to make right in this situation, and that's great. Here is the next message we have. Sorry about the light, it's getting a little extra. So we have Soul Song. So in some way they heard something. It's like hearing something in someone's voice. I don't know if you have ever experienced that, but a lot is carried in the way that people speak, and they can't really control that, right? So if you're a really horrible person, typically people who are really horrible, they have like shrewd voices and all of that. So you can hear a lot of the intonation in a person's voice, provided they don't have some type of disability. If it's a disability, don't judge people on disabilities. But for a typical voice, you can hear a lot in it, in the treble and in the sound, and a lot is expressed informally through voice. So I feel like this is where they heard this kind of depth of your soul, and I think that they're a little bit, this guy looks funny to me, they look a little bit they're ecstatic and they're excited and they're very happy and they're full of love and joy in this situation, but they may be afraid to tell you about it because I think they're trying to figure out how to approach the situation. Okay, there's going to be more at the end. Stay tuned for that. I just am telling you guys the astrological significance of the cards. Maybe for some of you this is informing. So we have Aries, and we have the sign of Aries, sun, moon, and rising, everything. That's Aries, the Emperor. Then we have Jupiter in Pisces, and that's people born in 86 especially, and then 90, 86, 98. So it's every 12 years. Yeah, so it's about that. You can check. And then before that in 74 4 and then 62, something like that. So that's those people. And then we have Venus in Cancer, which is the squishiest love energy, the Two of Cups. It's typically called the love card. And then we have Saturn in Capricorn, which is the Seven of Coins, which is really about long-term planning and investing yourself in something. So this person, you know, deep feelings and willing to move on something. They may be afraid to tell you because they may be afraid. Maybe you've had one date and then it's like, oh girl, too much, too soon. Okay. So, but it's not. You probably like them too if you're watching this, hey? Okay, so stay tuned to the end. I'll have more for you then. Number 4. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Welcome to my channel. We're going to take a look at your cards and make sure to like and comment the video, okay? Let's take a look. We have the Strength card. So your first card is Leo, Strength. Strength of character. We're looking at what your soulmate is keeping a secret. They have a desire for something or someone. Let's find out what. I do feel like it's mixed. For some of you, this is a great desire towards you. They may have a passion that they don't want to share, like an intimate preference that they're shy to speak about, or possibly they may want something towards someone. I don't know. Let's take a look. But there is an intimate, desirous passion in some type of direction. We have the Page of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is someone who wants to take a departure in a different direction, and I think that they in some way, I don't know if it's with you or in another direction. It could be like a diversion in an intimate way with you. So I'm just saying I want to say it appropriately for this channel. So it may be like a preference that they're trying to explore in a different direction. Maybe they have like a different, and it doesn't mean that they have a different sexual preference in terms of gender. It could be a different type of preference. I hope you understand what I'm saying with that. And so they may be taking a diversion or wanting to take a diversion. Remember, this is a secret. This may be could be a friend who has feelings for you of a sexual nature as well. Here is the next card. We have the World card, and so what this represents is someone wants to go through the looking glass. They want to go explore something else, whatever it is, if it's with you, or maybe unfortunately, if you're wondering this may be they want to try something else. They want to explore something, and it's a secret. I sense that it's a secret because they in some way feel not shame, but like shyness about doing that. Here is the next card. We have the Eight of Coins. So I think they're working towards being able to achieve this desire. And even in their work life, they're in some way trying to achieve this desire in some way in their work life. They are trying to move forward in a certain direction, to apply their skill, to really work hard towards making something happen in a realistic sense. We have the Universal Heart. So I feel like maybe what they're dealing with is that they have a desire and passion towards you, or they want to take a diversion of an intimate nature, but I think that they in some way feel genuineness in the situation. They feel genuine, and so in some way they don't want to spoil the genuine nature of the relationship by throwing in their preferences, which I think they're coming to terms with. I think that basically they may think that at some time they may have thought that those preferences were inappropriate, or maybe that it could be something taboo. But whatever it is, I feel like they are coming to terms with it, and they are learning that, you know, you can have a genuine relationship and also have something that you desire that's kind of different from the norm, right? And it doesn't have to be to do with intimacy. If this is a platonic relationship, they just want to do something different. They want something else out of the situation. Maybe they want a different power structure in the relationship, or maybe they want to try some kind of taboo activity, or maybe they want to skydive. Whatever it is, it's something out of the ordinary. Let's take a look at your next card. We have the soul name. So I feel like there's two levels to this relationship. On some level, you and this person are very well aligned in terms of who you are as people. You're very well aligned in terms of identifying congruent belief systems, morals, and values. However, I feel like this person is concerned that that's going to be in some way subverted or destroyed by these other desires. So I think that they feel, or they're concerned by the fact that you will not truly accept them for who they are, or what they are, and so that is disconcerting for them. That's where they're losing confidence. Okay, but it's not something you should be worried about. It's not something that you should be really concerned by. I feel like if this preference aligns, then you're great. Very likely, if you're soulmates, then that will align on some level, or maybe you can find a common ground with them. So, you know, maybe they have like a weird collection of stuff they don't want to tell you about because they think you'll think it's silly. Everybody has some type of secret, and this person feels sort of insecure about it, and so if you want to support them, if you really feel that connection as well, then just really kind of be tolerant, right? So we have Leo, we have Sag, Aries, or Leo in Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Secondary transits means like Mars and Venus, or like a moon with a bunch of planets in a fire sign. Okay, like an earth moon with a bunch of planets in a fire sign. We have Saturn here in the world, which is the completion of everything, and then we have Sun in Virgo for the Eight of Pentacles. So I don't know if that gives you a timeline. Sun in Virgo is when we have from August until in September, so maybe that's a timeline piece, but hopefully some of the other astrological associations trigger some thoughts, and if not, that's okay. Maybe some of these things you're not aware of. Okay, so now stick around, make sure to like and comment, and let me tell you the tea on where we're going to take this, because this is going to be fun today. So we have these cards, and I'm going to pick a bit of an angel oracle card here for an extra word. But what I'm going to do is do a second video, and that second video is going to be linked down below and at the end of the video. And that second video is about the karmic significance. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper with regard to where things are going. I have the this is the Liberty Tarot, which is a Thoth style deck. As I said, all my decks are available on my store on Amazon down below. I'm going to just put down the cards in front of you guys so you can see. We can do it this way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give you guys 3 cards from this deck. Or should we do 4? Let's do 4. I like 4. 4 is nice square number. Some people don't like 4 because it's too, they say it's too static, but I like 4. I've always liked 4. Okay, so we have, I know that's funny for those of you guys who don't like numerology. They're like, 4, what does she mean? But I do like 4. It says permanence, right? And then the second set of cards, which I'll do 4 of as well, is my favorite deck right now is the Journey of Love Oracle. And you guys I'll read that for you guys on the other video down below. It's actually on my Pick a Card channel. I started that channel a while ago, but I want to do Pick a Card separately from my other videos, so that's why it's there, and go follow the link and subscribe when you do. And in a second I'm going to pull a card, a keyword card for each deck, so you can have some kind of deeper meaning. 2, that's so many cards. Wow. Okay. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. So on the second video, what we're looking at is specifically the karma. So if you haven't seen one of my karma readings, they're really more about like a deeper dive into why things are happening the way they're happening. So that includes consideration for things that have happened in the past, in past lives, and how that has trickled into the present. So I like karma readings because usually that's where you can do a lot of fixing and understanding of what the motivations are in relationships. So hopefully that helps with that. So let's pick a card for number 1. So number 1, you guys have the keyword acceptance. Ooh, okay. That's where we're going to start with the other reading. Excuse me. And then we have, for the number 2, we have sisterhood and brotherhood. Ooh, okay, fraternity. And then we have number 3. We have compassion. Nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. So, and then number 4, let's find out. We have, ooh, 2 fell out, but we have freedom and authenticity. Let's honor it. So we have freedom and authenticity. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy my channels, and go to the other link, sign up to the channel, and enjoy the video. Take care. Bye.